け翼
Hi guys, this is TK along with Kozo. Thank you for joining the stream. Sorry.
Guys, Kozo here, yes.
Yes.
Welcome to our stream.
So today Cronocloud is supposed to hop on to talk about his venture regarding his venture on the Dream Championship. So I'm still trying to get hold of him. Hopefully he will join us later.
Do you have him on Discord or something?
Yeah, I messaged him already, but you know.
I wonder the time difference. How big is the time difference?
It is 9:30 a.m. over at that side now. I mean his side.
Yeah, maybe he's got a hangover.
Perhaps. Because I heard they are not so strict as us as in Singapore when it comes to nightlife. There's actually zero nightlife here in Singapore, zero.
Okay, we'll just do
What we do?
do what we're supposed to do. Yeah. If he hop on, then it'll be Cronocloud time.
Alright, let's look at the banner. Ramonia is asking, are you going to do Ikele Clinic? Sure. We can look at your team if you want to.
Okay. Let's sound livelier.
I'm so sorry, man. I woke until 6 a.m. this morning.
Hi guys, welcome to Tsubasa, your
Barely-
one-stop station for for Captain Tsubasa content. Please like our video and subscribe if you haven't.
Okay. It has been a crazy week for me, so I'm really lack of energy. So I was hoping that you could step up, or at least Cronocloud
Yes,
could.
let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's look at the J League players.
All right, we have 4 here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, as some of you guys who follow us will know, we won't be doing a video on these guys because it's been a hectic few weeks for EK. So yes, so let's look at them. EK.
Okay. Pepe-san. Is Pepe-san good?
Pepe.
Let's look at his skills
I've
first.
never liked him. Yes.
You never like him. Okay. So he comes with a 480 shot. How come? Okay, 480 nowadays. I think 480 is okay, right? What do you think about 480 for his main skill? After all,
480 is decent, but nowadays a lot of shots exceeds 500. So yeah, so it's not. I'm not surprised they gave him a 480 shot because previously he had much lower, right? All these like so-called side characters, they always have rather low momentum for their skills.
right. And other than that, there's nothing worth mentioning for his rest of his special skills. So his passive is give everything plus 25%, pretty much like the club rival. So give everything is just like a full body stand, just that it doesn't boost your special skill force, it boosts your stats. Right. So it helps in wide intercept, I think.
Yeah, passing over him when his stamina is full means that he has a better chance of getting it. If you compare that to someone who has full body stand.
So, yep. Someone at K-Lab hates Pepe. Someone. I wonder
I don't
who.
think I don't think it's a case of hating Pepe. It's just that he really isn't that great in the manga anyway. So I think nowadays I have noticed that there's been a trend of the game following closer to the manga in terms of how good the player is. Last time wasn't the case. Last time a lot of players can be quite quite meta, but now, yeah, I think all the meta players are all the key players in the manga also.
Right, it's more in line. So still remember there's a short time of period where Pepe and Leo was actually good for a very short period of time.
Yeah, Leo, especially Leo, right? The Flamengo Leo was a great player.
Right.
First game of the limited one.
Anyways, he does come with a good team skill though, so you guys can take note of that. Actually, I'm shorting of one piece of this. I've been running 68% team skill for like forever. Anyways, let's hop back to yes.
If you are going for team skills, right, this is quite a good banner. Because with 200 DBs, you are guaranteed one.
Alright, you
But
should.
team skills wise, a lot. As the game progress, more and more team skills will come. Even like old players getting hidden ability might come with the team skill that you want.
Right. Hey Rock, thanks for dropping by again.
Hello, hey, hello, Rock.
So Nataraza is saying side character is a so-so in manga, or his version in CT DTE will be shit. That is true most of the time, for a few exceptions like Rival was never good until like
Yeah.
recent. I have no idea why, but yeah. Okay, let's check out Pepe's stats. His stamina is only 1k. His most impressive is his shot, the rest are meh. Physical.
Because he's a striker, right? He's a striker. When you compare him with other strikers, he is really not near the top.
Right.
So yes, I would say he's the least desirable out of this banner.
Okay, let's check out his bond is 3%, so it comes with a pretty high shield, right? If I didn't remember, 4.5% shield, so the value is quite high.
Have you noticed that more and more players are coming with like huge shields nowadays? This is gonna make the so-called revival of what do you call that? Debuff teams, like they're gonna have a really hard time with all these players around.
Right. And I don't know, man. They want. I think they are trying very, very hard to balance the amount of players that have shields, that have debuffs, and high bonds. And if you notice, right, recently they have been releasing debuff players that actually can do most of the things. Even the 3M Misugi and Matsuyama, they are very decent for considering that they are meant for debuff teams.
Yeah, they're great if you have all three.
Yes, but Misaki is weak on tackle if I didn't remember wrongly. Digressing too much. Okay, let's get back. So Pepe has a will to win, two types of will to win. So wow, but it's only 3% and 5%. Why?
Because he's Pepe.
Wow, I thought he would be like Hyuga type of will to win, but this is rather disappointing.
I think maybe they can't give him too much because of his give everything passive. He might be a bit too strong with his first action. They somehow want to limit him.
I see. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. Because this will to win doesn't even come into effect when you start Pepe.
It's not even easy to get this active, and it's like so minimal. Like a player giving you a like price of confused fight would easily be more than that already.
Right. I mean, his initial shot is decent with 90k. I mean, they can make him. Well, I guess they do not want to make him strong, as in stronger than most meta players. So I think 90k is decent for him. Actually, 90k for him is quite high already because you have players like Roberto, the legendary Roberto, the toughness type one. He is still around 90k. So for Pepe to be 90k is actually quite high.
Right.
Anyways, let's move on to Leo. Alright.
Kaito. Shit, I feel that my energy dropped. My energy level dropped, right?
Hi Kaito! I'm just so tired, I barely got any sleep.
No, it's okay, it's okay. Let's soldier on.
Okay, so...
Here we have Leo.
Yes, we have Leo.
Proud parade technician. Wearing the
Iku...
same kit as Pepe.
Right, so Kazuma, I think it's Kuzima. K. Kuzima says that Magus is the opposite. He does nothing in the manga, but he's pretty good in the game.
That's quite true.
Yeah.
But in the game, he's always a one action, like a one. How do I put it? He's only good with his header, right? He's never able to tackle or intercept or pass or anything else.
Right. Our mod is here. Say hi to
Hey,
Devin.
hello, Devin.
Hey Devin. What's up, Devin?
Yes,
Oh.
Devin, you're late.
So
I
no
will dock your pay if you're paid.
no cornflakes for you.
Cornflakes, but no milk.
Okay, that's fair enough because that's quite a torture. It's pretty dry to eat without milk.
Hello,
Anyways.
I'm real. Wow.
Okay, back to Leo. So let's check out his special skill. He comes with I mean a 455 skip dribble is pretty decent for Leo. Leo never had any better dribble skill, so this is rather good. But again, 455 and you give him struggle.
You can always choose not to max out his dribble.
Yeah, this is actually easier to play around more than adversity. That's true. 30% is quite substantial, right? 30%
A lot.
is quite a bit.
I doubt he can bully anyone.
No, I don't think so. Actually, I briefly went through all of them, and I would say the short story for all of them is just decent. They are just
Yeah, I
decent.
feel this is more like a filler banner
Right.
for the
The big one
ones.
drops. So, other than that, nothing special about him. I mean, as in his special skills. Team skill, of course, he does come with the 23%. Skill type non-Japanese.
Yeah,
his-
I was kind of expecting these guys to come with the 23% for club.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, but seems like those are reserved, probably reserved for next stream.
Yeah, next stream, indeed. Okay,
Please carry on.
all right. Leo can actually hit 81k for his dribble, so that is pretty good. But once again, meta players, especially defenders, right? You barely find defenders that cannot tackle nowadays. Barely. It's almost impossible. They are as rare as dinosaurs, which means they don't exist. Okay, anyways, his bond is similar with Leo, right? 3% and 4.5%, so that is really cool, but his pressure is really nice. But it's only 5%.
Yeah, it's a bit low.
They realize how broken this is, and they only give him 5%.
I don't even mind shooting with this 5% handicap.
Right. 10% and 5% is like 50% difference. And the thing for Leo is he doesn't have special skill block, so he needs to win the matchup, which is not that easy for him.
Right.
Defensively, he has a slight chance, not slight chance, I think average chance of winning the ball as long as it's guessed correctly. But anyways, they are going to make some changes to the matchup calculation and all that thing. So not so sure how the figures will work into that. So we'll need to test it out, then we'll know. And the other thing about him is he comes with the stats up for Latin American players, plus 2%, which is nice if you actually have a lot of Latin American players in your team, like the likes of Natureza, Rival, Santana, even Roberto, Radunga, and the recent, who is the fella? Alberto, very strong.
Right.
Other than that, that's it for Leo. Let's move on. Masao. I think they are quite generous with the Masao and Kozo, because they are meant to defend, right? And they give you everything that they really need. And if that's not enough, right, you can drop by the shop, buy a pass, buy a dribble to complete them, which is rather expensive, 40 DBs for both of the skills.
Right. Well, the best thing about them is, I feel that because they can play without one another, that's a big plus.
Yes, but their stronger interception skill is actually a combination skill.
That one is with Jito though. It's
They
even harder, right?
right. I believe
Interception is with Jito, right? Am I right?
there's one. The Scarlet Interception is with Jito. The other one is Coordinated Interception, which is just the two of them. Which is on
Okay.
Masao. I think so, if I didn't remember wrongly. It's either on Masao or Kozo. The Dreamfest green, is that Masao? No, that is Kozo, right? Yeah, it's Kozo. They all look the same. Dang. So, they come with adversity. How much is their total stats?
Quite low.
Yeah, below 60k. So it's quite easy to activate, and they can play in both AM and DM, which is really nice. And of course, they come with the 23% team skill as well. Now we are already at October already. So do you think they are going to increase the percentage of team skill comes December?
No idea, man. I did not expect them to raise it.
The last time
The
around.
last anniversary, yeah. So you never know.
All right. So
If it's up to me, I feel that they should only raise it once a year, not twice a year.
yeah, it kills a lot of people in the process. All right. So the Tachibana Brothers, they are good in high and low ball, but for them, for this version, it doesn't matter because they can't shoot, they can't block. So the only thing that they can benefit from this low and high ball is their interception. Stats wise, very utility. Yes, I would say very utility, with especially with the adversity on, right. They are quite powerful actually. They also come with special skill block, right? So this one blocks one pass, so 50% chance of happening. I do feel that 50% is a bit too low, so you still need to engage with the guessing game. But the upside is they come with a 4.5% bond, super high. And price of confused fight. This is like pressure, right? Just that you lose instead of win.
Yep.
This is just stats, right? So you can actually remove it.
If you remember.
Next we have this special skill force, 10%, not much, just for their tackles. So
This guy is for the tackle, the other one is for intercept.
Right, but this guy can intercept as well, as long as you give him 74k is pretty okay. If his adversity is active. Yeah, pretty decent defensive players. Their offensive are not so great. Both passing and dribble below 70k. And honestly, I don't think they can play as an offensive midfielder.
Yeah, I think they are great DMs, but not suitable for AMs.
Right, but now the DM, there's so many capable DMs. Would you use them over those?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. I mean, as good as these two guys look, there are much better options out there. But you know, if your team doesn't have the better options, these guys can do a job definitely. And with the 4.5% bonds, I mean, it's very, very decent.
Yep. So G is saying that the twin is so good. Actually, they are if you do not have better DMs that can. Because for me, right, DM's job is not only to win ball. Their job is also to distribute the ball. So when your defenders get the ball right, they have someone close enough for them to pass to, so that the DM can distribute the ball with ease. But for that role, right, Tachibana Brothers don't do that well. But defensively, they are very good, especially with the price of Confused Fight. Right, then...
King is right. If they have the support passive, then they'll be OP, for sure.
Right, but even if they have the support, I would still feel that Smitch Brother is still better because of their special skill block.
Right.
You should higher percent, right? It's not 50%, right? If I didn't remember wrongly. You have been using them for quite a while.
100%, if I'm not wrong.
And it doesn't specify any skills, right? It's just randomly one skill.
Yeah, it doesn't specify.
Which is much better. Yeah.
Not really.
Really?
I mean, because these two guys, one blocks a tackle and one blocks an intercept. But it's only 50%. That's the bad thing. If it's 100%, then it's quite nice to have two of them blocking different skills to minimize what the opponent can do.
Actually, does it really matter? Because for example, if the first guy blocks the pass, and the first guy can only dribble, right? Then, I'm not so sure. Anyways, okay. So you still feel that if they were to get support, they are better than Smith Brothers?
No. I wouldn't say they are better, because Smith Brothers as defenders, they benefit a lot more from support. They will likely win you the ball from the attackers. For these two guys, if they have the support, let's say, I feel that they would be a bit comparable to Akai and Aoi. I think so. Because they both can tackle and accept these Tachibanas.
Right. Aoi actually, his tackle is pretty low, you know. Even at full stamina. Yeah, but his intercept is really high.
So when he joins Akai's matchup, he's always the second one, which is great.
Right. Hi Dimas.
Hello.
Alright, Kozo is pretty much like a mirror image. They save a lot of time.
His name is Kazuo.
Kazuo.
Kozo. I am Kozo.
Kazuo.
Kazuo.
Kozo.
I keep thinking you're mentioning me when you say his name.
Kazuo. Alright, pretty much the same. The ability to tackle and intercept. The only variance is the special skill force for interception and the skill block. Also 50%. Then the rest is exactly the same. The jersey is nice though. I like the
Really?
yeah. I like the
One thing I don't like about all this A-League jerseys, there's so many sponsors on the jersey. in rectangles.
Yeah, so that they can be seen clearly.
Yes, I cannot stand rectangles on the jersey.
This one got a lot of squares, or not? So this one is
This
better.
one is nice. I bought this jersey. Yes.
I can tell why, because of the box. Alright, so is this a good banner to pull?
No, as I said, I feel that this is a filler banner. I am more interested in saving up for next Dream and the Dream Collection and Dream Festival players.
Alright.
I mean, if these guys came with the club team skill, right, I might be tempted to try for one or two of them.
Anyways,
But yeah, with the standard team skill, I don't feel.
it's worthwhile, right?
Yeah.
I will still try one DB, which obviously gets me nothing.
Then again, right, if your team is lacking team skill and maybe you are lacking a good DM, yeah, you can definitely get these guys. You know, with 200 DBs, you're guaranteed one, which is not bad.
Right. And if you
Talking
spend
about the Tachibanas though, not the two bracelets.
Sasaki? King is saying what about Sasaki? I think it's Sakaki, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Sakaki.
The long leg fella. He cannot intercept, so yeah. Don't even need to discuss. Meta defenders, if he...
No
yeah, sorry.
matter how
Go ahead.
good he is, without S interception, no one is good enough to be played.
Now, Urabe-sama. I think the most valuable thing on this Urabe is his interception. And his team skill.
This is he's quite unfortunate. I mean, a lot of people are waiting for a playable Urabe to pair with their Ishizaki, right? Their club Ishizaki, but this guy happens to be a debuff player, so it doesn't really gel very well with this Jubilo, this J League Ishizaki. So
Yeah,
I feel that that's quite a missed opportunity.
Yeah, because this guy is meant more for a debuff team. So if your entire team you don't play debuff, then you just feature this guy, and he actually only provides you with 2.5% bond.
Yeah, as most of you probably know, a debuff team really needs almost every player to contribute debuff. Otherwise, it probably won't work against the strong teams out there. So you can't even like say, oh, I'll have this Urabe in my debuff team, then I pair it with the Gaelic Ishizaki, but then that guy will just lower your debuffs. You can pair him with the debuff Ishizaki, right? The
You can.
Katsu, yeah.
Yeah,
But those guys are not that strong, so
right. They are, although they are Dream Collection, although that Ishizaki is Dream Collection, right? But he is still weaker compared to recent debuff players that they release. Like Tsubasa was crazy, crazy good. So as you can see, right, his defensive stats are really high. He can tackle, can block, can intercept. Except maybe his block and tackle is slightly weaker. But it doesn't matter because it comes with a 25% inside monster. I don't know, man. The more I play this game, the more I feel that the inside master is not very useful.
yeah. Well, it's better than nothing, but it's not that top tier anymore.
And Urabe, how much stats does he have? Wow, he has really high stats. around 64.5k. That is really high stats for defenders. Honestly, yeah, that is more or less Urabe. I have nothing much to comment about him. Recover 50% is just not good enough. So if you do not know how recover works, right, go over to Rockfrog's channel and check out the video on recover, and he will explain to you what's the huge difference between the 80% recover and 50%.
Right.
Stamina cost down 10% is it's like 5% metal to the pedal, pedal to the metal, right? Who cares about 10% cost down? How much times he's going to touch the ball for him?
Yeah, for defenders, you rarely get to finish your stamina anyway.
Alright, so we should check out some of the players that gotten hidden abilities. Who do you want to start with? You want to start with Couch, Grandiose, Grande, so not Grandiose, Grande, Casa Grande, or Rival, and we have Natureza as well.
Let's start with Couch and Igawa before moving on to the... Or maybe we save Igawa for last.
Oh, is that a hint for something? This Natureza. So, honestly, if you have the... I'll just jump straight to the point. If you have the fast Natureza, most likely you won't use him, because their figures are very close, as in the scoring abilities are very close, especially during full power for the...
In full power, Madrid, Natureza is stronger, right?
I would say close, very very close. It's about the same, actually. It's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same, because all the flying shots are over 100k, and the ground shot is about 96k, which is about the same. Just defensively, the other defensively, this guy is pretty good as well. He can hit 71k for tackle and 71k for intercept. That is awesome, actually. They are actually quite generous. I think they gave him 1000 more stats for all his or actually not, for attack and defense, right, they gave him 3000 each, so divided by dribble, shot and pass. And for physical, they only gave him 1005 divided by 3 stats. Still not bad, still quite decent, still quite a bit that they gave him. But this guy is pretty strong. They also improved this, right? It was 50% and now it's 55%. Actually, it's pretty similar, you know. It's just that the dribble, I think they nerfed this, or is it times 3? I thought it was times 5. Or did I remember wrongly?
I think it's 3. I don't think they touched this.
Full power gauge when you score. Alright, so...
This guy was a monster when he first came out.
Yeah.
Each team has him.
He is still usable though. So if you don't have the fast Natureza, right, he is actually pretty good if you play him as a super sub. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with him. Not OP and very usable if you do not have the fast one, of course.
Yeah. Yes.
This guy, if you don't have this guy.
I still prefer this guy. Guy is still way better.
Yeah,
The
with
auto intercept and the recovery.
80% recover is just crazy. Who's next? Another Brazilian. Where is it? Oh, it's here.
Oh,
This guy. So is he good? His total stats is less than 58k. So his adversity will proc most of the time. In fact, all of the time. 58k is very low actually. But yet again, he is meant for debuff team. So what do you feel about this rival?
not very familiar with him. I've actually never looked at him until he got his hidden ability.
He is
So
actually... Yeah, sorry.
from what I can tell, he might be a strong shooter in a debuff team against a matching keeper. Otherwise, we won't do much.
Right. He is a catch killer, so he won't do well against punching goalkeepers.
Do you think the Dreamfest Genzo can punch his type disadvantage?
That I think maybe so, because that WY Genzo, right, he is actually quite a hybrid.
He's a good puncher, but I mean, this guy is really dependent on his catch killer, right? Otherwise,
Yes.
his shot is quite
Yeah,
irrelevant.
it's irrelevant. And someone, I don't know, man. Maybe he's a good playmaker. With the inside master and the adversity, yeah, probably you can do something with him. But again, with no skill block, you don't have an absolute advantage when it comes to a guessing game.
Right.
So I would think that he's mediocre. Yeah, because without I tell you the difference. Because let's say it's a golden legend, the golden legendary what shot? The golden left leg, golden legendary left leg. Is that the shot's name?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, because with the catch killer on, right, he can actually reach 93k. But without the catch killer, is only a 60k shot. So even any of the meta goalkeepers, right, just choose a punch, right, most likely will save it, unless rival is point blank at point blank. You get what I mean? Because even the weakest goalkeepers with S99 punch, right, is around 60-ish k, 70k. So even in a debuff team, right, I will find it quite difficult for him to score. Alright, so another Brazilian. Casa Grande.
Giant wall.
Yeah. He looks very gentle though.
No, his block is. He looks like a giant in his block animation.
Or the
Because it's called giant block, yes.
this guy got vital area master and penalty area master. Looks very familiar, like Soda, the J-League Soda.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I've met him in PvP.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Like yesterday when I was waiting. I played a couple of games.
Oh, okay.
Waiting. I played a couple of games while I was waiting and I met up with him.
I have him. I'm not sure if I want to invest like boss.
I just use his player specific ones to, like, you know, maybe get to S30. I don't know, man. I don't think he is very strong. Inside the penalty area, right, his block can reach 83k. This guy also very good with high ball, so he's actually a very good blocker against headers. He's pretty much like Soda, actually. Yeah, pretty much like Soda.
It's not bad, right? So that was decent.
Yeah, actually, it's not bad. He is not bad. That's just the thing that they do not have auto intercept. And if you are playing a 3-man defense, right, then he's the only one in the middle. Right. If you want to get the penalty area master, if you put him on the sides, right, the chances of him running into outside the box is very high.
Yeah. He definitely needs to be in the middle. To be either in penalty area or battle area.
I think he is useful for those that do not have a decent central defender.
Yeah, he offers shields as well, so that's not bad. If you meet a debuff team, you can easily just come on.
Yeah, true.
Use your shields further.
Yep.
Yeah, skill block cancel is nice as well nowadays.
Yeah, especially against the Dutch brothers. I mean, Stein. Alright. Is there another Brazilian? Nope.
No more.
Couts.
Gawa.
Couts first, right? Igawa is saving for last, right? Are you? Are we?
Doesn't really matter.
Okay. So we go Igawa first. Oh, this is not Igawa. Misclick. Where's Igawa?
So different.
The hair. This Igawa.
The monster of a defender when he first came out.
Yep. And do you think he's back to being a monster?
Not really. I mean, he's strong. He's very good at what he does, but still a bit lacking, right? Interception. Even with bullet intercept.
With Inside Master 30%, he is pretty good. And if even he loses the matchup, right, he recovers almost immediately.
That's the big thing about him. 50% recovery.
Right. And he's got 4% bond. I don't think this matters.
He buffs can. Goalkeeper can.
Oh yes. 1% for Ken.
Yeah.
Like it matters, right? Every bit counts.
Well, if he is in the team with the 3M players, they all get 1% too.
Okay. Hi Sok, good morning. G is asking, can he intercept? He can actually intercept 74k with Inside Master. 74k is not the highest number that you can get, but I think 74 is pretty awesome.
But I mean, you won't be able to intercept the likes of Val, Tiger Brand.
That one not a lot of people, not a lot of players can intercept. So overall,
Even Stein's 1-2, you think? In full power? Alright. I mean, if you get a better crit, then maybe yes.
I would say that it is 50-50. I don't know. Because you don't have skill block cancel, so you might not even get to choose intercept. I don't know, man.
Oh, he has 2 S intercept. S possible being 1.
Oh, okay. Okay. Possible intercept is not a thing, man. It's not going to be a thing. Now, it's not going to be a thing for
skill
ever.
S skill.
Overall, I feel that Igawa is really good. Now let's move on to cows. Cow.
Favorite hedgehog.
I thought they just revamped these cows recently, then they revamp again. Right, they gave him a 4% for all Germans, right?
Yeah, that's great though. It means they are not okay to match up players they've recently just done.
Okay, how is this cows going to fare? What do you think? Okay, let's check out his hidden abilities. So, recover 60%. Not much of a difference between 50 and 60. Pedal to the metal. Not useful for defensive. Attacking midfielder. 20%. This is useful.
This dictates that it should be played as a DM instead of a defender.
It also comes with auto intercept, right? Yeah, 80% auto intercept. And versus an attacking midfielder, right? I think his intercept can go up to 83k without a full power football. With full power football, it can go up to 90-ish k. Our intercept. Artistic intercept is only 80k. So other than that, right, I would say that he's pretty decent. I think his tackle is a bit weak. As in, even his scramble defense can't hit 80k. Block is never a thing. Pass and dribble is weak. So, I don't really like him.
Yeah, I feel he will be targeted by agility strikers. Where?
Yeah, without the additional 20%, right, he is nobody, man. So sad.
I mean, if you compare him with the Rising Sun Cops, the Rising Sun Cops is way better. So yeah, so I feel that this guy's revamp is still not at up to par.
Yep. It's just not good enough. Then I think he will cry against most meta forwards
7k shock.
for spamming.
He belongs to those days, right, when the stats are more spread out evenly. It's only after a certain time where Caleb starts to reduce drastically the amount of useless stats and pump them into the more useful ones.
Yeah, man. Even Raphael has a ridiculously high block, 7k. Alright, so that's all the players, right? We didn't miss anything. Let me go and check with. I check whether Chrono replied me already or not. Nope, he's still offline, so I don't think he'll be coming.
No sexy voice for you guys.
Sorry, man. Actually, he wanted to talk about his venture for the Dream Championship. So maybe I talk about mine. Not that it matters. Because I didn't even try hard. I tried my best. I tried my best to get the rewards.
Yeah, same here. I got the rewards and I stopped.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, I don't fancy my chances of chaining 7 good wins together. Yeah. If you get 6 good games and then you lose 1 game, then that's it.
You have to start from scratch. I misinterpret how they written the rules and regulations. I thought that this time around you don't really need to chain games, but I was wrong. You still need to chain 7 games, which is horrible actually. Endless. You are either super lucky or you need to, spend a lot of time. And Chrono, actually, he spent quite a bit of time playing this championship. That's why he is the best person to talk about this. For us, we just there to get the rewards. Why is this? Oh, okay. So I saw something poking up.
For members of our Discord channel, we can always get him up there and discuss if you want to know more.
Right. Alright, so just now I think
Wait, King is saying we didn't talk about 3M, did we?
Did we? Last week did we talk about 3M?
Did we? I can't remember.
Is the banner still around? Oh, it's still around. My god. Okay, let's boom. Chance! One bird! Okay, let's talk about 3M then.
In teen, we did not ignore Sakaki. We talked about Sakaki, but there really isn't that much to say, so it's over already.
Yeah, it took about 30 seconds. End of story.
No, actually, three words is enough. No S intercept.
Okay, actually I tried for the 3M just because of Matsuyama's. Let's start with Matsuyama then. Eagle Step. Do you know this Eagle Step will make a couple more Matsuyama usable? So important. But I didn't get it. So sad.
Who in particular? Dreamfest?
Yeah, the Dreamfest one. Yeah, his dribble stats is actually not that bad. He is struggling to get a decent. Even the recent Rising Sun. If you give him this Eagle Step, right, he is actually decent. He won't be bullied by so many interceptors.
Right.
You don't have to actually shoot.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you don't want to shoot also. You can't. You have to shoot because dribbling will just lose you the ball.
Yeah, 380 versus 455. That is a tremendous difference. There is a huge difference in that. Okay.
This is not even his main skill, so you can easily take it out.
Right. So I feel that for those people who are fanboys of Matsu, right, should try to get this Eagle Step.
Like Mr. TK here.
I tried just for that purpose because I don't believe in debuff team. Because I think that debuff teams, right, most of the players are not perfect, as in they can't do a lot of things. But again, Matsu is, things are changing. Matsu is one of the players that can actually do quite well in every single department. He can tackle, he can sorry. He can actually do quite a lot of things. So he does have one more. This is auto intercept 15%. This is pretty good as well.
This is getting rarer nowadays.
Yeah, so I feel that this is really good because I think during the Dream Championship I come across a team with 15%. Because at the back of my head, right, I think this doesn't exist anymore. So I just keep on passing. Then until someone without auto intercept got the ball, then I started thinking and looking into this team, and he's playing Izawa. Anyways, all right. Special skill force 5% is like, why do we even give him 5%? But this is also another thing, 50%. Everything is like almost very good, almost good, but just not good enough. But stats wise, he is pretty balanced. You can see that his tackle is okay. His tackle doesn't need to be high.
The thing about these guys are that they are regular gacha players, so there's like a limit how far they can go, especially when they've belong to a debuff team, you can't really make them too strong, because once they meet a team without shields, they're gonna be quite crazy strong anyway.
Right. And his passive is really easy to activate. You just need to play any version of Misugi. So with that, right, his tackle, okay, not very strong, but everything is within the all of his utility skills, right, is within the 60 to 70k range. His 1-2 is 80k just because of the 5% combination skills. His shot is 10k for some reason, because he's supposed to shoot right after 1-2. And this guy can play AM, so actually it's viable. His shot can hit 92k if you are using the... Is he given the... No, he's not given. So if you use the combination skill with Misaki, pretty decent. Defensively, I would say he's okay, because for 68k tackle and a 72k intercept, that's provided you give him all the premium skills, the 490 tackle and the 475 intercept. Well, he is still considered much better than most of the other debuff players, because they will be lopsided like a 50k tackle and a 70k intercept. So this guy is quite balanced. Just because he's Matsu, so I'm trying to sell hard.
I can tell. So you're skipping the other two, right?
No, we are going to Misugi next. So this Misugi is pretty decent as well. You look at his stats, it's quite balanced. The defensive tackle is 9k, intercept 8k. Then although speed is a bit slow, to my liking 5.4k only. And stamina cost down, I think it's okay, because he can play his DM and he can actually play make not great, but still okay. Still okay. Like 60k dribble, 70k pass, I think it's pretty okay for debuff. Defensively,
Just saw his stamina. It's quite low.
1077, but it doesn't matter because he comes with a 15%.
Oh.
Yeah, so if your player only do defensive, right, actually you do not, 1000 is enough. But if your player is both a defensive, like DM, he is in charge of distributing the ball and winning the ball, right, then yeah, 1000 is a bit too low. Combination Misaki, 20%. Yeah, by the way, all his utility skills are way better than Matsuyama. But Matsu can shoot, he can't. He can't shoot as well, I would say. Or can he? What is shot stats? Yeah, he can. 4k shots. Oh, sad Misugi. It's not that he can get out of the pitch or what. He does come with 7%.
This is nice.
Wow, so he wins one matchup and he buffed both Misaki and Matsu. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that is pretty good. 7%. Yeah.
Provided you don't turn over possession.
Inspire stays.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Inspire stays until halftime if you don't use it. Yeah, it's not like win matchup bonus. Win matchup bonus, you need to keep the possession. Inspire, you don't have to. It's just like the Stein and the Dutch Brothers.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
But this Inspire is not very useful, right? This stats. Stats is not very useful. Because if you match up, right, any action will render will remove the Inspire. So if it's inspire to skill force, right, then it will be much better. Because you can choose to use a regular white action, white tackle or white intercept, and that don't remove the inspire. So yeah, that's the difference. Mitsugi is a very solid
Side defender. Yeah, right.
yeah, he is very solid anchorman actually. If you look at the current debuff teams, right, there's actually no player that can both defend and distribute the ball as well as this Mitsugi. And I'm not even kidding. Who can? No one. Yeah, no one. So he is awesome. I really like him a lot. Now to Misaki. Also, this Misaki. Excuse me. Combination Matsu. 20%. Wow, this Misaki is like a bit unfairly treated. Wait, I checked something. Okay, no. So only Matsu comes with 2 S rank skills.
Anyway, if he's given an S, triple S, it's also useless. So
Okay, so attack at the scene of fire. That means you need to drain his stamina to get this 10%.
it's just 10%.
Yeah, 10% tenacity is okay. Tenacity is okay. Do you think this is important? Attacking midfielders.
He can buff himself and Matsuyama if Matsuyama is in the AM position.
I don't really like Misaki. Sorry, you were saying?
Besides that, there's not a lot of golden 23, like viable golden 23 attacking midfielders.
Right. So, can he shoot solo? He's actually not a goal threat when he's not with Tsubasa, Hyuga. Yeah, he actually all his viable shot, right, requires all those people. So, if your debuff team don't run Tsubasa and Hyuga, right, this Misaki.
The good thing is there's a debuff Tsubasa and debuff Hyuga to pair him with.
Yeah, provided you have them. So yeah, you definitely need to play those guys for him to become a goal threat, because this guy cannot tackle for his life. His tackle is horrible. So he's one of those typical debuff players that cannot do one thing. That is tackle. And even his intercept is not great as well. It's barely 70k. I would say that it's decent for a fully debuffed team. But he can't tackle for his life. Yeah, other than that, if you have all the low shots, high shots, he's quite deadly with his low shot though, over 100k. But that requires Hyuga. And his high ball requires Tsubasa, and his strongest shot requires Tsubasa and Hyuga. So yeah, if you're going to play this guy and you're going to use him as one of your goal threats, right, you have to use Tsubasa and Hyuga. Alright, that is 3M. So how do you feel about this banner?
I feel that they are strong together, but what I don't like about them is their team contribution. They all only comes with 2% bonds. So even for a debuff team, right, you still need decent bonds to help you. So I feel that part a bit lacking. Yeah, otherwise in a debuff team, these 3 players, they are the ones that is slightly more capable at most things compared to their other debuff counterparts.
Right, G is saying that this Misaki can hit 120k with the Hyuga volley, combination volley. after the Inspire and the Foot Soy Brothers.
3S, 3 sucks. 3 sucks.
But I mean, if you play the Foot Soy Brothers, right, you are maybe 2 less contributors for debuff.
Hey Vice, thank you for your $5.
Thanks, Vice.
He's somewhere. He's just not appearing. You wanna hop on the stream, talk to some of your friends.
You can have an hour.
Yeah, you can talk for the next hour so that we can take a break. Wise, are you listening? Alright, so these 3M, they're pretty good. So once again, back to G. 120k. That is a lot of setup. So Misaki needs to win first, and you need to use the Food Soy duo, the crayfish dribble guy. Right. 3M equals 3S equals to 3 sucks. Actually, I have to defend Misugi. I think he is the cream of this three. I think he is really good. He is what the buff team is lacking. Defensive midfielder that can actually do everything. All the utility really well. Alright, so that is 3M for you guys. Oh, he's working. Oh, yeah. I think Bryce is working on reviews on other games. So, if you guys still follow him, he's doing a lot of other contents, other games. Non-gacha games, yes, non-gacha games. Alright, so we have time. We will look at one team, then we'll proceed to friendly. So I believe Romoya wanted us to look at his Smurf team.
Yes, Romoya, where are you? Come out.
Yeah, you should give us your player ID and which deck. Never gacha again, Vice.
Congrats, Vice.
Yes, that's actually a good choice.
You escaped. Why didn't you bring me along, Vice?
What's up, Johannes?
Hey, Johannes.
Here comes the number. Wow, there's a lot of fours. There's 4 fours. Sorry, I typed one extra.
Deck 1.
Wow, this is a Smurf. Okay, team skill is 68%. Bonds 34.5. I think some of our players are not. Yeah. Just what I expected. But all the bonds are there. All the bonds. Oh, okay, except for him. So he's a 37.5% bond team. This guy will get slaughtered.
Yep.
I think.
Well, in terms of setup, I see a few issues. Like Ventile should be in the middle,
Right.
and Pepe will do nothing on the side. Yeah. Is it necessary to play Pepe and Leo, or is it just for novelty? I mean, Leo's South American buff also doesn't buff that many players in your team.
He needs 2 agility player, right?
So the Leo, sorry, Ben Leo.
Oh, Leo.
Leo has the Latin American.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yes. It's a
Okay, your strikers and keeper, the most key position, already doesn't benefit from that. And this formation, if I'm not wrong, doesn't buff
club players.
club players.
So these
Okay.
guys are all buff.
Okay.
He needs 5 non-Japanese. That's why Leo is there.
In this setup, the Schneider is not gonna threaten at all. I mean, even Pepe is more threatening than that Schneider.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Schneider is just there to give Levin his shot.
Dragon's Raw, yes.
Maybe you can explore a 3-1-3-3 and just chuck that Schneider to the side and forget about him.
How is he going to get the ball to Levin?
Because the 3-1-3-3 non-Japanese attack formation, right, would buff everyone here, except buff everyone here. There's no Japanese.
That's actually an issue. How he's going to get the ball to Levin? Chester?
Chester is his only hope.
A?
Oh, A, okay. Well, this is a Smurf team, right? So it's just, I mean, it will take a long time before it's with missing skills and all that.
I mean, he can try his luck, white pass all the way.
Does his defenders have the relevant skills? Okay. Is that why Gentile is to the side? Maybe he's missing something.
Yeah, he's missing a lot of things. Yeah, it requires a lot of building. But overall, I think yeah, it's quite, for a Smurf team, yeah, I think it's quite good.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what you can get? I mean, once anniversary comes along, a couple of OP players, if the synergy is good, then you are onto something.
Why is saying that when we have a team of 11 players that can all do long shoots, then he will return to the game and make that team.
11.
11.
10, how about 10?
I think
10
it's
is possible. 11, I don't think any keeper can do a long shot.
Okay, so let's move on. Sorry, we're going to look at only one team because I'm extremely tired. My eyes are shutting as we speak.
Okay, let's go. I'll play the game then. I'll play the friendly.
Sure, because I played last week, right?
Every time. You keep thinking you played last week. I think I played last week. That's fine. Okay, the number is. Let me type it out.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, 262133. Okay.
Can you try pinning your own message on the chat? I want to see if you can do it.
What do you mean? Never
You-
done something like that. Too difficult.
Oh, okay, I'll do it then.
Difficult.
Actually, I should ask Devin to try. Can Devin is still around, or Devin went to eat cornflakes already?
Max.
Huh? Okay, 262. Oh, Nuts managed to join.
Nuts. Mr. Nuts.
Double the Z, double the flavor.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh, look at Levin's eye. So pretty. Got a bit of eyelash going on for him. You know? The 3 eyelashes.
Schneider has that as well.
Oh,
I don't think Cults has it.
pretty boys.
Cults, you can't even see his eyeball.
Mueller don't have it. So Mueller is not considered handsome, I guess. Oh, the Brazilian treetop. I mean the big tree Brazilians.
Yeah, hello, be friendly.
少しは楽しめそうだな。
俺が受けて立つ。
Okay, long pass.
Nuts, you lazy or what? Why you didn't get the S shoulder
敵
charge?
にパスを送るようになった。
I think he's lazy. He said, never mind. Just play for fun. Then he go and do the super speed submarine defense, but he didn't go and do the S shoulder charge. Why like that? Huh, Nuts? Can you answer why? It's just that he just don't like Santana, I guess. Santana, you can use all the A skills. Screw you.
俺と勝負とはいい度胸だ。行くぞ。
Semi lazy. I knew it. Ken?
Use an A catch.
From there, use the A catch. Wow.
Just kidding.
That is very brave. I want to see you try it.
Maybe.
How come your Ken only got 5 slots? Is he your starting goalkeeper?
Ken? Yes.
Yeah. Then you should give him more slots.
Maxed out already.
Oh, max! I only see 5 skills. Max out already.
Did we break him though?
You didn't. Boundary break, you mean?
I did not. Oh no!
High ball. Oh, low ball. Ah. But the angle. Yeah. Still go for it because of the tight angle shooter. This is low ball is Ken's bane.
Threatening.
Yeah, most threatening one actually.
This good thing is he's not in full power. Otherwise, GG.
ここで決められては攻撃的キーパーの名が廃る。
Already shot twice.
ここだ。ボス。
Bad start.
Okay. Chrono just woke up.
Got my every ball.
それ。わしが相手だ。早くやろうぜ。
勝負だ。
Pass.
2 dribble. 2 pass. Gonna pass me. So Chrono is coming on right now. So we might extend the stream just a bit. Since we are not the one doing the talking, I think it's fine, right? Just make sure I don't fall asleep. That's it. Oh! What? Your Ken is already dead.
教えてくれたドライブシュートは無敵なんだ
He's shooting without full power. He's using all the full power shooters.
So, Tyler is asking, boundary break catch goalkeeper for what? Because he don't have solid catch. So, if you boundary break, right, it reduces the chance of getting it skill block, your main skill. Because Matsuyama still a thing though.
集中していくぞ
ここで決められては
I need to
攻
get
撃
out of
的
my
キー
half.
パーの名が廃る
Yes, and you need to bring on Mueller. Wow,
Oh my god.
what?
Really?
Blow away is really a thing.
ここで終わってたまるか
Scary.
Tyler, the help. The latest update also mentioned that
よし来い
I remember something about type. Yeah, they're going to fix the type to 25%, right? There's a lot of things, but it's not fixed yet, right? They're just going to try it.
全く猿の相手をするのも疲れるぜそれ
No.
No. He's going to shoot and I think he's going to score
Yeah,
again.
he's got a score, man. It's a long shot.
You want to try with your... Oh, anyway, he's not a forward. So, yeah, you have no chance. No chance.
Dead.
Dead. Vice is saying that no matter how strong Zeno or Wakashimazu gets, they always have this weird way of getting stupidly bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. I noticed that also. Like, with overwhelming favorites to save Zeno and can still flop.
Actually, it happens to most goalkeepers, right? There's a chance.
I would say
若
Kozo
道
is
流
more
上
reliable.
限跳ね蹴りだどうだ
Didn't even get a single shot.
And you don't have Mueller. Okay.
This
What happened to your Mueller?
is not toughness type based.
Oh. Okay. Okay. He still has a very solid goalkeeper. And I don't think you would want to bring on Genzo, right? Because there's Matsu, there is Tsubasa.
I have to.
You have to.
お前の頑張りは必ず俺が引き継ぐ
Ken can't take two more saves and he'll be draining.
それ
Cheng,
俺は負けない
Cheng. Just shoot!
行くぞ
I brought on my
よしチャンスだ
keeper.
Mueller. Yeah. You help him charge full power. There's something I realized about Matsu's long shooter. It is better during full power because RNG tends to happen more often during full power. Outside of full
Everything
power,
is better. Everything is better.
no, that means it is worthwhile shooting from far away rather than trying to set up your forwards.
俺の
If you get what I
魂
mean.
のプレーを見せ
So
てやる
outside of full power, right, the chances of him scoring is actually quite low.
サッカーが大好きだ
So unless you're trying to drain the goalkeeper's stamina, then there's no point of shooting. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Just that you should have actually switched over. Or actually, either ways, Tiger Brand would suffer because on the other side is Aoi. He will still suffer as well. Dribble, do it. Dribble. Dribble.
I have no one to pass to.
Just pass to Brian. Just dribble and pass to Brian. That's the way to do it. Oh! Well, okay, Brian, go.
切り抜けてやるぜ俺が相手になるさあ来い
Eh. Keep it power lah.
No, actually, just go 1-2. Trust, yeah, believe RNG. Hey, Chrono, you're here.
Who won't get past?
試合を決めてやる俺たちは世界一になるんだ
What's up?
I am sorry for running late.
It's alright. Is that the loudest you can go?
Eh, what happened?
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, shoot.
yes, you did.
Oh, damn it. Thought that's a 1-2.
No?
I was still wondering, how come the 1-2 went over Matsuyama?
すんな何の
I
問
was
題もねえ
tapping
よ
to pass the fire. Nope.
So guys, so after this game, right, Cronocloud will talk about his experience for Dream Championship. Do stick around because he really played quite a handful of games, right?
Absolutely, I did over 75 games
Right,
over the course of the tournament,
right.
which I think is probably more than most people.
Yes, more than me for sure. More than us.
By the way, is my audio coming through good? I have several different microphones, so you tell me, am I coming through clear?
Clear, but I find that it's peaking. Yes. As in, I don't get the full spectrum of your sexy voice like usual.
Oh, I see. Let me fix this.
Sure.
Hold on.
Is this a full power shot, Kozo?
Yes.
Good luck. Do you have full power as well? Oh, okay. Then you have a half chance.
俺の魂のプレーを見せてやる
Cronocloud.
やるな やってやるか
俺が受けて立つ
He's going to intercept you.
How about?
Wow.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. It's much better now. It sounds more like you now.
Well, yeah, because now you get
近くにパスを送る役目はこの俺だ
Yes.
I see someone is asking me in chat where I'm from. I am originally from Azerbaijan, is where I was born, but I grew up in the United States. What rank are you talking about? PvP? If you're talking about PvP, I usually stop at Superstar 1, just because there's absolutely almost no reason to go past Superstar 1 in terms of benefits.
Now there's a difference, you know.
Now there is a difference. I don't know if it justifies playing against a bunch of people that have the Stein and Brian Dream collection teams. Too annoying to play against. I don't feel like doing it most of the time.
Yeah, it's not worth the 25 dBs to be honest. But you get a bit more than 25 dBs. You get some tickets, some SSR tickets.
Yeah, the problem is that, like, let's be honest. If you are already getting to the superstar rank, it's not like you have a lack of characters, you know? Like, you don't need SSR tickets.
You get to cry a lot. You get to cry a lot during matches.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, so the Dream Championship, I ended rank 02 for my region.
That is really high.
You know what? Honestly, I was hoping to do better. Last year, I was 13 for my region, and I have the screenshots to prove it.
13 is actually
I think I should.
very, very close to the top 8.
Yeah. I showed you that.
Yeah, I seen it. Nuts running away with the win.
Yep. Big game.
GG. You trash. Not trash. 2-0 is not considered trash. You beaten our big boss. Yeah, the final boss.
BABALL. Yes.
The final boss of EK Tsubasa. Congratulations here. AKA nuts, double the Z, double the flavor.
You deserve more Z.
Alright, so we'll talk
Actually,
about... Yes?
Yeah, let's do it. I was gonna say maybe at the end, if anyone wants to set up a match, I can do a match against someone if they're interested.
Right, but okay, so we'll set up a friendly game for you to play against one of them, and maybe during the course of the game you can talk about your venture and what frustrates you the most, or you want to focus on talking about Dream Championship. You have a choice.
Let's talk a little bit. Also, here's the thing: the Dream Championship, because the Dream Championship encourages you to play a lot of games. It's by playing a lot of games that you expose the flaws of Captain Tsubasa, right? So, because I played so much, it's so obvious to me. And the biggest issue I have with the game is that the numbers mean something until they don't. Because, sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. Like I showed you guys a picture, I was doing a shot with 11, I was doing 11 rush. Someone was using RS Matsuyama with an A tackle. With an A crit tackle, I had a crit shot. They interrupted my shot. They stole the ball from me.
Right.
And when something like that happens, it's just intensely frustrating because this isn't how the game is supposed to work. That's not what you've been told, right? The game tells you the rules. The game tells you, like, hey, this is a rock, paper, scissors type thing, and it's block that's supposed to stop a shot. It's an A tackle, and it doesn't make sense. I had another time where I was doing a rainbow critical shot with Carl. He was almost drained. The opponent had Xeno, Dream Collection, Dreamfest Xeno. Did not have a crit. He was able to punch the ball away. And it's like, how is that possible? It just doesn't make sense.
RNG happens too often, especially in S30 regulations. I find that it tends to happen more often than S99 regulation.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I understand why they did the S30 regulation, right? It makes perfect sense. You want to give as many people a chance to participate in the game. And you want to give new players a chance. Because that was the hardest thing for me as a new player when I first started playing the game, is getting those SSR balls to level up your skills. Like, I totally get it. But what happens is, and I made a post about this, is first of all, the full body stand characters, a lot of them are a lot less powerful because most of the abilities increase dramatically at the end. So in other words, from S80 to S99, that's when you get the biggest bump in skill force for your character.
Right.
So that was one issue. So not everyone, of course. So your Gozas are still, I think he gets like how much, 40 or something like that, skill force boost. And the funny thing is, I don't have Goza. Believe it or not, I've been trying to get Goza for ages, but he eludes me. I would say Tiger Braun was incredibly useful because he gets a 40% boost to skill force. He's very, very strong. But the thing is, those Dream Collection brothers, they are still incredibly powerful because they just get the full what was it? Pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal doesn't care what your level of the ability is. Your stats just shoot up like crazy, and you can score on anyone. It's ridiculous. Matsuyama, I think, was also incredibly annoying to deal with, of course. But he was more about being able to manage your goalie's stamina and having obviously a second or a third goalie as needed. I think 2 was enough for most cases.
Right. My experience with my own Matsu, right? I shoot quite a bit with him, but none went in. Out of my maybe 22 or 23 games, I averaged one shot from Matsu every game, and none of them went in. None. I was pretty sad because I didn't get easy wins because of that. So sad.
He's more of an annoyance. He's something that you have to deal with. Generally speaking, I don't think he scores. I think he scored against me once during the entire time. The other interesting thing I noticed is that it always felt like, and this is purely subjective, but it always felt like the other person's goalkeeper, the other person's Muller, or the other person's what's that? What's that blue goalkeeper? Not Genzo. I'm sorry.
Kalusius.
Kalusius, yes. It always felt like their guy was saving, and yours never did. It always felt like your goalkeeper always let the balls in. So for whatever reason, but that purely subjective. It always seemed like if someone got into the box on Muller, he always got blown away. But the other guys, Muller always caught the ball. But I fully admit that's subjective. So yeah, I think it's interesting because we're about to get a new beta feature that's showing us the probability of things happening. I'm sure you guys saw that.
Yes.
My question is, are they changing the way the crit and rainbow crit and stuff values work, or is it always been working this way and now they're just displaying it?
They did make an announcement in the Discord saying that they are going to fix the values.
Yeah, they're gonna adjust it.
Oh, so the values are going to be adjusted. Okay.
That's not done yet. So what you experienced in the Dream Championship is what we have all been experiencing, especially for S30 games.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
For my own personal experience, right, I realized for S30 games, guessing right more or less most of the time will win you the ball, as compared to in a S99 setup, right? There's a higher chance of bullying in S99 as compared to S30.
So I completely agree with you, Kozo. The issue for me is that it was always in the crucial moments when you didn't win. That's what made it frustrating.
Yeah,
You know.
I understand. I've lost like a couple of games where I've dominated, but I just could not score, and he just had a long shot from Matsuyama and it goes in. You know, it's just really frustrating. And then it ends your chain of wins required for the Dream Championship.
But let's do I'll do a match with someone who wants to play against me, and we'll keep talking just so I know it's going to be interesting for people to not just stare at a static screen, so they can watch some action going down.
All right, S30, please. So we can all complain about the RNG.
All right, yeah, we can definitely do that. Let's see here.
We actually have a monster of a player in our one of our regulars. Really, his team is really strong, but I'm not sure whether he's still around. I think he is. Romaya, his team is crazy strong.
Ah, okay.
Talking about chaining the games, I really don't enjoy chaining games. I mean,
So that was you. So here's the thing: you had to change the games
right.
because the system rewards you for having consecutive wins. So I would just sit there and keep going.
Well, that was what turned me off from even trying.
Well, I would do like like 4 matches in a row, and then I would stop. Sometimes I went longer. I tried to game the system because I would play either very early or very late, hoping to catch slightly weaker opponents, basically, and increase my chances. What was interesting, I found, is that sometimes people would just look at my rank, because at one point I was ranked 50 something. I was like 51, and some people would just look at my rank and just quit. So that was kind of an interesting. They didn't even get to my team. They just like quit as soon as they saw my rank.
I think some of them are helping each other. I'm not saying that they quit on purpose because of your high rank. It's not that they do not want to play against you. It's just that they want to help you get to higher ranking. That's what I think.
I know there are people looking for friends, and if they don't meet friends, they just not waste time. They just quit.
Oh,
That is
So
another
that too.
possibility.
So who wants to play against Cronocloud?
no one knows the room ID, so no one.
I will
can.
give you the room idea. Oh, well,
Okay.
I was waiting to see if someone. So the room ID is going to be 538225. Now, I have not had the time to grind out the Superstar 1, but I am normally Superstar 1.
All right, guys, feel free to join.
I welcome all challengers. So here's the thing. I think if the interesting thing to me is this: Caleb always reacts very, very strangely, as opposed to other PvP centric games. So if you think about any other PvP centric game, like think about like Overwatch or Call of Duty or a MOBA, right? Like League of Legends, they're constantly tweaking their characters, right? They'll release a minor patch note and say, hey, so and so is doing too much damage, we're going to reduce it. Or so and so is not doing enough damage, we are going to
Balance, right? Yes, it's more like a balancing, constant balancing.
Exactly.
To maintain the game balance, right? Most of the competitive games do that, including those strategy games, and I'm talking about Dota, StarCraft, all these kind of games. They constantly go through balancing.
Exactly. And K-Lab does not seem to want to do this, right? They always release like players that counter the meta, but they always do it like months later than they should. I remember the example of this was the Jito that they released to stop the Dutch volley guy. Can't remember his name right now. You know who I'm talking about.
Right. Dutch volley guy.
The guy that was doing the header. The
Danish.
Danish. I said Dutch. Yes, Danish. Yes, you're correct. So that meta was around for a while. And then they're like, oh, we should probably do something about that. But by the time they released the Jito that was good against the Danes, the meta had actually already moved on and nobody cared.
Right.
They were really strong for a period of time.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of agree.
Exactly what Weiss is saying. Yeah. So
Right.
they just release a new character, but it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. Ooh, this is going to be a tough match.
And we all
Okay.
understand why they release characters quickly, right? New players. For their revenue. So I kind of agree with Wise. Anyways, that's their main objective.
But it leads to burnout. That's the issue here, is it leads to burnout. All right. So I'm going to give you my thought process here. If I see one of the Dream Collection guys, I will try to brute force my way through Raiju Pass. Sometimes I'll dribble. In this case, because he's nowhere near the close power to full power, even if he shoots, I know I can reasonably stop the shot, and my ball's gonna go into the middle, and I'll be able to do a counter attack.
Right, but that drains both Tiger Brand and Mueller.
Yeah. It does, 100%.
And
But it's okay because I have World Youth Genzo as my backup goalkeeper. Even though I have to change things around to make it work. The thing is, I think that overall, we're going towards better variety within the game. You have more options than ever before in terms of scoring, and even defensively, you have a lot more options than before. Think about this.
actually, the chances of Brian getting that pass in S99, I don't think is very high, right? I don't remember my Brian getting the Raiju pass.
In S30, it's yeah, you tend to
Exactly.
get more, yeah.
So that's what I was talking about, where the 30 kind of prevents you from brute forcing your way with a character.
Yep.
So here I shoot because I wanna drain Schneider regardless. I'm gonna drain Muller a little bit. He probably wants to do God Hand Catch if he wants to 100% block it.
You're playing against Kozo if you.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw that
telling-
there's no one joining, so that's fine. You're just saying what you decide, why you decided to do certain things, which is great.
Oh, yeah. I want to give people a little insight into how I play.
Just
Yeah,
don't
but look
say
back-
it.
yeah.
Don't say what you want to do before you do it.
Oh, okay. I'll wait till I input the action.
Oh wait, I forgot to see when I'll get the ball.
The other thing I find annoying about this game is sometimes it'll proc an auto intercept or an intercept, and sometimes it won't, and I can't find a rhyme or reason for the thought process.
Right.
Auto intercept as in open field auto intercept.
Yes, as in when people are dribbling the ball,
It's a really random rainbow crate.
So you always wanna. There's two schools of thought that I've seen when it comes to something like this. In terms of what to do when your opponent is in the middle of the field, you can always either act on the worst case scenario or the counter scenario. Those are the two thought processes. So the worst case scenario thought process is, what's the worst thing that he could do? What action could he take that would be the worst thing for me? And that's usually a pass. So you intercept. That's one thought process. See, this is what I'm talking about. I should have, it's the middle of the field, I intercepted, and you still were able to get the pass through. Why? Doesn't make any sense.
Wow, this is a tough matchup. For Kozo.
Yeah.
So the Schmidt brothers are great as a last line of defense. They're so useful. Look at that! I couldn't even trigger the scene.
Oh my god! Look at that!
You see that? Like, what is that? How does that make sense? I guessed correctly. I even had full power. I had a crit. I still wasn't able to get the ball.
And the ball
What's
bounced.
going on?
Bounced to
And the ball
his-
bounced. Like, what is that? I don't understand. When things like this happen to me all the time, and it's deeply frustrating. It makes me not want to play the game when something like this happens. Because if you lose because the other player is better than you, I'm absolutely okay with that, right? Like, so he
But I
blocked
guess the game needs a bit of random stuff just to.
But the randomness should come through from like a crit, right? But like that time I had the crit and I still couldn't stop your dribble.
Because I had the buff from Rival and type advantage probably.
Yeah, I think things will get clearer once they show the graphical representation of the matchup. I hope.
Yeah, you're probably right. Obviously, you were gonna grab it. So back to what I was.
I can't risk you passing the ball through.
Right, exactly. So that is the thought process. Going back to thought process, one way of thinking is, what action could my opponent take that would be the worst thing for me, which is usually a pass, and so you do the auto intercept or an intercept. The second thought process is, what does he expect me to do, and let me do the opposite of that. So he expects me to do a pass, therefore I'm going to do a dribble.
Shit.
Why?
I didn't expect him to punch. Yeah. Ran out of time, so I let him
Actually, you should catch. Long feet
decide what to
don't.
do.
Yeah, long feet won't proc.
He went for the pass. That's interesting. I thought you would go for the dribble trigger because you
Yeah.
activated full power. So
I mean, I've started to not really think about what I want to do because there's so many counter guessings going on. Like sometimes the most obvious route is just to do what is expected, and then once you do that, right, your opponent will start to try to counter your guess, and then
all right, he's definitely gonna score. 100%.
Sorry about that.
There's nothing I can do.
RNG.
I was also gonna say, it also seems to me that the rate that the full power drains is sometimes feels inconsistent. Like I'm already out of full power, and I was barely in there.
Okay, there's actually an explanation for it. Because for every matchup, right, it actually takes up some time. And for example, if you are against, like for example, just now Schneider were to shoot against 2 defenders, right? That will take about 5 seconds off the clock. The game 5 seconds off the clock. That's why your full power went down really quickly. If you get what I mean.
I see.
The more matchups, right? Then the faster your full power will go down. Because it takes time. Although to us, like it didn't happen because it's within the same 3-player multi-matchup. That is also the reason why recover 80% is so strong.
That's funny what we're talking about. And Nature Razor is talking about. I've had similar situations where I get the shot out, it succeeds, and then it hits the post. That's also deeply, deeply frustrating.
Yeah, I hate that, man.
So I have to adjust. Yeah. You'll see what I do in this kind of situation that I currently find myself in. Probably not what you expect.
I will see Hyuga, I think. Hyuga is a beast. Now, for your situation, he's a beast.
That the Alberto that Kozo has is a huge pain, but I find he's more of a pain in the DM position than the DF position, because in DF, if you're caught a little bit out of position, someone can 1-2 over you. Like if he's running towards a player, but you set up a matchup with somebody else. But also, if you look at Kozo's team, he has incredibly strong interceptors everywhere, and that's what makes this game actually very difficult right now, because it's a defensive game. But there's too many good interceptors. It's very hard to get the ball up the field right now. Extraordinarily difficult. I'm gonna try and create like a bird cage situation.
This game, as you guys can tell, this game is getting more and more serious because both of them are becoming more and more quiet.
I personally found killing. I actually found Rival was really not very strong, as I would have liked him to be for the purposes of the Dream Championship. I felt like he was just constantly being intercepted all the time.
I still find his first couple of passes quite reliable. But then again, it's very different from S99. In S99, it's always
S99 and S99.
a short.
Yeah, it's a short thing, almost always. Oh my god.
Color advantage is huge.
Yeah, and he got the buff from Rival's pass, but I did not expect that to go in though, especially when you had full power.
Yeah, it's so arbitrary.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
This
wow.
game has everything.
You
Actually-
almost never see
Okay,
that.
so I have a question. In this case, does it affect my bonds? No, right?
yes, yes. Yes.
Then I'm dead.
Yes, it does. It does. I had a
But then-
situation
okay, so-
where
What about team skill? Because my team skill is dependent on having 5 toughness type, and now I do not. So,
Oh, you can just check out the
oh,
stats.
look at my numbers. Look at my numbers. Is
Oh
that,
my
is that
god.
low?
Yeah, that is really low. Oh, that is really low.
yes, it impacts everything. It basically the player that gets the red card, it's as if they don't exist. They're just completely thrown out of the match.
Wow. Actually, I was thinking that maybe the foul will be on Rival for his killer dribble.
Oh, he used revive turn.
Oh, he Rival turn. I see.
Yeah, I don't use killer dribble because of the high foul rate.
Yeah, I have it. I have killer dribble too, but I rarely use it.
So, what was I gonna say? I had a situation where I was using Tiger Brand, and he did a burst dribble, and that got him a red card, and it screwed me up for the entire match.
How come the goalkeeper stats is still the same? 42,000.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper stat is still the
doesn't
same.
affect.
Goalkeeper
not
maybe.
sure.
Oh, that's the thing. I wasn't sure because it rarely happens, right? World Cup. But I have seen people saying that it doesn't change, but I've also seen people saying the other way around. Oh yeah, so not sure.
It doesn't, because look at your Schneider. Your Schneider is still having 45k shot, so it doesn't matter. It seems like. But your Stein has less than 30k stats. That's a bit weird.
Look at that.
Yeah, things tend to not behave in S30 games.
And it's just like, in that kind of situation, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. When the game wants you to lose, right? Everything will just go against you. The opponent gets random crits, and like matchups you're supposed to win, you don't win.
But I have to say that things like that do happen in real life soccer, right? Lucky goals, RNG is a thing in real life soccer as well.
So that I was able to catch.
And
Yeah.
as much as I feel upset, right, when things don't go my way, there are also times where that's the wrong idea. There are times where things don't. Ta-da! What should
Wow.
I do here?
Probably you should clear.
Yeah, I thought Carl's
He
was,
can't clear.
I know he
Carl's
can't.
was in my right back position.
Price of confused fight. Chrono, your Tsubasa, right? This action, if you're going to choose a pass, right, then it's going to be affected by the price of confused fight.
He has to shoot, right? He
well-
doesn't have enough stamina.
Exactly.
Second action.
He can pass, right?
Yeah. I could
Can,
have,
but then my secondary play is intercepting.
yeah, his exactly. His grandiose would have totally intercepted, and I would have just been in a worse situation there. And of course, Hyuga's useless on defense, so I don't even bother giving him any defensive abilities. So the match is over. There's not enough time for me to do anything.
Actually, I do agree with what Tintin is saying in the chat now. He doesn't understand why red card and yellow card exist in this game. Because injury doesn't exist, so there's no need to protect your players actually. And actually, red cards and yellow cards are designed to protect players. So he's right. I do agree.
And now Kozo's gonna shoot, and I mean I'm gonna block.
There's no time anyway.
Yeah. But you can see how, like, even one sort of matchup that goes against you, where you guess correctly and you still fail, completely changes the flow of the match.
Right, it can cost you the entire game actually.
Yeah, let's hope they improve they adjust it well. The coming
We can start testing it next week, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
open.
think so. But yeah, it's very hard against the anyone that has Stein and Brian, the Dream Collection ones. And so the funny thing to me is that I remember when they first came out, when the banner came out, I was like, oh man, if this is the Dream Collection banner, I'm gonna wait till the Super Dream Fest banner because it's gonna be even crazier, right? No. it's the Dream Collection every time that has like the crazy OP absurd characters.
The thing is, right, I have never really like found a player that I absolutely must have until the Dream Collection Dutch Brothers came along. Once I saw what they can do, right, among the two of them, I actually had to go all out to get them. I feel that there's probably there'll be a long time before anyone else is that strong.
I think you're right. And I went pretty crazy for the Dream Collection Tigerbrand because I needed him to complete the German set. But I was gonna say whoever came up with those characters and whoever came up with Matsuyama, I'm gonna sound really harsh here. They should be fired. They don't know how to build a character. They should be fired. They are a bad developer.
How can they not foresee what that player is gonna bring, right? And it's not even something that is unexpected.
I mean, like when you're giving a character basically every single good skill in the game, auto intercept, skill block, long range shooter, like come on, like every character should have maybe one or two things that they're good at, but you can't give a character like everything, like just what are you thinking?
It basically enable that he can pull off that long shot with the skill block.
Yeah. But it's the other interesting thing I'm going to mention real quick before I forget is that I actually did not encounter too many debuff teams. I expected to encounter a lot. I know some other people did, but I only encountered, I wouldn't say like 2 or 3. And if you look at my team, I have it set up so that I can counter in the second.
What's your player ID?
Well, the player ID is gonna have. You can only see the main team, right? The main team I have set up for league, so it's a little different.
No, you can see all your teams.
Oh, you can see all your teams? Okay, yeah. Let me give you my player ID. I actually don't have it memorized. Player ID. 1 second. Player ID is. Where the heck is that information? Oh, here it is. 592 542 638. I'll give you. I'll create a space for you, TK. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, you can send me a friend request now.
All right.
But if you look at, oh yeah, go ahead. So if you look at my second team, the team 2 is the one I use mostly for PvP. I have it set up so I can transfer out. Actually, so yeah. So basically, you've got the 2 Schmidt brothers. They give me shields. Tiger Brand gives me shield. I can bring in Bluno. Bluno gives me shield. And of course Levin gives shield as well. So I can handle up to a certain amount. So that's kind of my thought process.
Yeah, I have quite a bit of shields on my bench as well. I've also met like two or three debuff teams in the Dream Championship, but I played in less than half your amount of games. So yeah, there's the number 2 or 3 teams in about 20 something games is not that much. But then yeah, with the amount of shields we can bring on, right, they really doesn't have that much of an advantage.
So I think I've seen some crazy like theoretical builds, because you can theoretically have a team that like is in the 30s in terms of bonds, and then something like minus 30 or something like that in terms of debuff.
Yeah, 60 is the sweet number. But if you manage to hit 60 with your bonds and shields, you're more than a match for debuff teams.
Yeah. You mean 60% debuff reduction?
No. I mean, if you have 40% bonds and you have 20% debuff protection, that's enough.
Oh yeah.
Total number as long as it hits 60.
40 is actually pretty hard, but so even if I did everything, the Schmidt brothers are what, 3.5? 3.5. So 3.5 is 7.
Yeah.
Then you've got Tiger Brown is 4.5, so that's 11.5.
Okay.
Luno is 3.5, so that's 15, right? And
I think I can hit over 60 though.
Really?
With
And
all my
then 11 is another 4, so that's 20.
Xiao is another 5. Koza is 3% for non-Japanese. So I guess you're missing those guys.
Yeah, I don't have Zhao. I tried to get him, but no luck. I just gave up.
Oh yeah,
It just wasn't happening.
Dreamfest Ken brings another 2% as well.
So the Dreamfest Ken is the one that I had the biggest issue scoring against, and the only strategy that I think kind of worked is you had to have full power and do an aerial shot with Naturaiza. That was like the only way I could score against him, other than Dream Champ.
I used him in Dream Championship. I conceded silly goals. Really strange goals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ground shots, Matsuyama long shots.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, last week,
Wow.
right? Last week I was playing a couple of games for the Dream Championship, and my Shasta actually scored against Ken. Shasta.
Really?
Yes.
He
Chester.
reminds me too much of Zeno. The way he lets in goals that he shouldn't.
I have not had that experience. I wish I had the experience. No, he's consistently quite difficult. I think right now he's arguably the best one in the game, and
Should
I think
be.
most people will use him.
I want to
do you guys-
defend him, but He's let me down too many times.
I see. I see. Do you guys know when the finals are going to be happening for the game?
I think there's a schedule here. There.
12th. Okay, so we have like a month out. Interesting. Okay. Well, when it's happening, I would love to live stream it with you guys.
Wait, that's December.
Commentary.
That's
December.
11th of December.
Right. There's still a long time to go.
Oh,
My God.
it's okay. So obviously in the U.S. we put the month first, but I know everywhere else puts the month's second. So that's why I'm confused. To me, this it makes sense because I see 2011 and that doesn't exist. But in the U.S., if I see like 11/12, I think the 12th of November instead of the 11th of December. So apologies for that.
They're spacing out all the regional qualifiers by a week. That's quite long.
Definitely.
Are they gonna broadcast these qualifiers?
Oh, are they?
Otherwise, they could have all of them going on at the same time, right?
I think
like
they are.
what
Yeah,
we
I think
had.
they are. I think they are.
Well, if you want to do any of the, if you want to live stream and do commentary on any of them, you let me know. We'll make it
Alright.
happen.
All right.
Great.
Okay. I guess we're going to end the stream right now.
Okay.
So,
sure.
is it okay?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
It's
Sorry, man. Thank you. Thank you for hopping. Yes. No pressure. Okay. You too. Okay, bye guys. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you. All right. See you guys next week. We will see you guys next week.